Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, my kids. We have learned a lot about communication tools as sound, light, and coding. Now, imagine you are helping Noor's new classmate Rana using sound, or a new friend who is deaf. Deaf means that he cannot hear. So we can help him using light. Do you remember the engineering design process? We said before that when we have a problem, we should think well till we get an idea. Then we think about the materials we need, then we put a plan, then we build our plan. And finally, we think how to improve our plan to make it better. Our problem today is that we have a deaf friend. So, what are the materials we need to communicate with our friend? The materials we need is to use a flashlight. Then we plan to use different flashlight colors and tell some messages or build our plan. Then we will think how to improve our plan. Let's see how we will apply this process today. Please open your book page 224, in which we are going to use this page to plan how we could communicate classroom messages using sound or light. If we choose light, for example, to communicate with a deaf friend, what messages could you tell and how? Now our problem is to communicate with our deaf friend. We will use the light to communicate with him. So this is the material we need. We can say, go ahead. Using a green light, now we put our plan to communicate with our friend. Go ahead using a green light. Then turn right using red light. Walk 2 steps using yellow light. When our friend reaches the desk, we can use the blue light. And using a purple light means to sit down. So what do you think we need to communicate these messages with our friends? Excellent. We need a flashlight with different colors. Let's record the messages we will communicate and see how our tool and code will work in the next page. Our messages will be, go ahead. Of course, we will say that using a green light. Then turn right and walk 2 steps. We will say that using red light, then yellow light. Now you reach your desk. We do that using a blue light. Then you can sit down now, and we say that using purple light. In this way, we build our plan. Now, do you have any suggestions for improvement of our plan? Here is the build of our plan, how to build our plan. This is our friend. Go ahead. We say go ahead, then turn right, then walk 2 steps. Now you can sit down. These are different flashlights. Could you think now about the improvement of our plan? How can we improve this plan? Let's record some of your suggestions in the next page. The first one, for example, each one in the class can hold one flashlight in different color. So each student in the class can hold a flashlight with different color. Also, we can use one flashlight and turn it on and off many times to tell different messages. For example, we can turn the flashlight once to say go ahead. We can turn it on twice to say turn right. We can turn it 3 times to say that you reach your desk, and so on. Let's choose one of these ways to improve our plan. We will improve our plan by holding of each one in the class with a flashlight in different color. If we turn back to page 224 and we choose sound to communicate with a blind friend, like Rana, do you remember? Now we have another problem. We have a blind friend. We want to communicate with this friend. How could we communicate? We could communicate using sound as a communication tool. Let's see our plan together. What messages could we tell? We could tell or say, go ahead by clap hands 1 time. Turn right by clapping hands 2 times. Walk 2 steps by clapping hands 3 times. Reach the desk by clapping hands 4 times. And say sit down by clapping hands 5 times. So what are the materials needed? We need our hands to clap. Let's complete in the next page. So what are our messages? Our messages will be go ahead, then turn right, walk 2 steps. Now you can get your desk, you can sit down. This is our plan. What about the improvement of our plan? We can use a whistle, or you can say certain word for each message. For example, when we say cat, so it means go ahead. When we say dog, it means turn right. When we say frog, it means that you reach your desk, and so on. So we will choose that we can use a whistle. We can use a whistle to communicate with a blind friend. To whistle 1 time, to say go ahead, 2 times, to say turn right, and so on. Today, we learned how to use engineering design process to build our plan to communicate with friends with different communication tools as sound and light. Now, congratulations, my kids. We have finished our last chapter this year. See you. Thank you for listening.